Covering news where you live, this is 5 News.
Well, if you're one of those AT&T customers who didn't have service last week, you could be getting a credit for the trouble. The credit will come out to $5 or what AT&T says is about the cost for a full day of service. The company says it will automatically be applied to your account. AT&T also saying that the outage on Thursday was an internal issue, not a cybersecurity threat, and impacted over 70,000 customers for more than 10 hours. The Federal Communication Commission says it is investigating this incident. Well, Arkansas's Department of Finance and Administration is saying that new tax cuts signed into law means Arkansans are getting back more money in their tax returns this year. The agency says it believes Arkansans are on track to save about $300 million as a result of the latest round of tax cuts passed during last year's special session. Around 1 million taxpayers are going to benefit from this, and the state doesn't expect the decrease in revenue to mean any cuts to services.
The fact that we're cutting taxes and have been cutting taxes, and yet we're still seeing large surpluses, it means that we're able to implement these tax cuts without changing any state services. So it's not as if we're saying, okay, we're going to cut taxes. 300 million is not coming to the state. We've got to cut these programs. It just means a little less, at least to date, that the surplus is not quite as large as it would have been because of that.
In 2022, refunds to taxpayers totaled $480 million. Last year, that number grew to $824 million. And Hardin there says that he expects the upward trend to continue as a result of the latest tax cuts. Well, happening this week in Bentonville, you have the opportunity to share thoughts on what you want growth to look like to set the foundation for the city's future. Pop-up community input sessions and open houses will be held as a part of what the city is calling Planned Bentonville Design Week. It begins Saturday at the Record downtown on Main Street. The sessions will continue all week at locations, including the Bentonville Public Library and the Community Center. For a full schedule of Design Week, you can go to planbentonville.com/participate. We'll get to more news in just a minute, but first, let's get a check of that weather with meteorologist Zach Scott. And Zach, we're off to a pretty good start of the week.
Yeah, good start. And again, this is going to stick around for your Monday, Tuesday. Then we get a reminder that it's still winter. Then we're going to warm back up as we get into your weekend. All right, temperatures, low 80s, northwest Arkansas, widespread low to mid 80s in the River Valley. We've got gusty south winds today, 20-25 miles per hour. As we jump into Tuesday, another mild day. We'll look for highs to be in the 80s, and then we'll look for a shower and thunderstorm chance to come in as we go into Tuesday evening. Northwest Arkansas, this front's going to come in 9 p.m. to around midnight. That'll be the main window. This, again, Tuesday evening. And then as we go the rest of the evening into the first part of the overnight, we'll go 10 p.m. to around 1 a.m. for the River Valley. Narrow band, some scattered showers, a rumble of thunder. It's going to be brief. But I do want to highlight the severe threat that we've been talking about the last few days. That's overall shifted out of our area. So we're just talking about that cold front coming in with temperatures dropping as we go into Wednesday morning. Joe, we're going from highs in the 80s on Tuesday to the 40s and 50s on Wednesday. A 30 to 40 degree swing from one afternoon to the other across 5 country.
All right, thanks for that, Zach. Well, it is the tastiest time of the year. Fayetteville's Restaurant Week has officially kicked off. 5 News reporter Parker Abels was able to go to a local Japanese restaurant to see how they're celebrating.
Sunday was the start of the second annual Fayetteville Restaurant Week, and Meiji, a 14-year-old Japanese cuisine restaurant, celebrated accordingly. Every year to start it off, they have a different kind of food for one day only, and hundreds of people come out to try it.
One time of the year for Fayetteville Restaurant Week, we do a dim sum, so Chinese dim sum, small plates, dumplings, bowls, that sort of thing.
Owner of the restaurant, Darwin Bayer, said this week really helps the city spread different cultures and celebrate with diverse food.
It keeps everything going, especially if it's local. It's a little bit of ourselves, honestly. So whatever the chef, who the chef is, whoever the mom and pa is, and whatever ethnicity or culture they are, bringing that to community, adds more to the community, more color.
Fayetteville is known for its diverse culinary scene, but it's the people from different backgrounds and the style of food on the hill that really makes this restaurant week so unique.
It definitely focuses on what the city, what the heartbeat of the city is. So the locals, the mom and pa's, the coming out, and investing time into them and money, and that builds up our whole community.
Meiji is just one of 79 restaurants in the city participating in Restaurants Week. In Fayetteville, covering news where you live, Parker Abels, 5 News.
Well, Fayetteville Restaurant Week will run through this Saturday. The participating restaurants will have limited time menu offerings and special giveaways. Well, thank you for joining us here today for the latest news and whether you live. I'm Joe Ellison. Catch up with us again tomorrow right here for more.